All right, guys. Well, here we are. We've got a new ride, the Iris Infinity XL, rocking a 3-blade with a Moster 185, 140 centimeter prop. The last time you saw me, I was flying an Adventure Pluma, and I got something new. Let's talk about it. So here she is, guys, the Iris Infinity XL sport model in two-tone red. We're gonna do a nice up-close walk around here. I'm gonna start from the most basics of this thing. The harness is the Dudek Powerseat Lite. I have only flown an Adventure APCO Super kind of weird blend, which was Adventure's proprietary harness. This thing is decades ahead of in comfort. Not any big difference, honestly, from the Dudek Powerseat comfort. I've flown a Parajet Maverick with the comfort, and honestly, I can't tell much of a difference in comfort between this, the Powerseat Lite, and the comfort, other than it weighs less. So you've got that going for you. As far as the overall frame itself, God, these swing arms are just absolutely beautiful. Iris offers two different kinds of swing arms. There's the carbon fiber swing arms, and then these. These were tested to some crazy, ungodly high strength, so they were plenty for me. Stock with the Austrialpin, I believe is how you pronounce it. Carabiners, go-to industry standard in my opinion. The frame itself has a little bit of a curve in the back, so you sit back in the machine a little bit more. I kind of found that to be pretty comfy. One thing I did want to address, guys, is people seem to have concerns about the width of the swing arms. I've seen this a lot. I don't think there's many videos of the Iris out there. I don't notice it. Like, it's fine. I mean, you notice that they're a little bit wider, but like, I've never gotten my arms or my armpits caught here. I've never been unable to maneuver, to flare. We're talking half an inch on either side. I believe this is only 1 inch wider than the Maverick, if my numbers are correct. So I've never noticed it. I mean, I've noticed it, but it's not deterring my ability to fly whatsoever. The weight shift on this thing, due to them being a little wider, is exactly as advertised. My Pluma felt a little bit locked in, even though it does have 3D weight shift. Without the 3D weight shift in race mode, I just kept mine in the dynamic mode with only one arm out. It kind of felt a lot more locked in. This is loose, and I absolutely love it. I can just roll my hips over a little bit, and she just goes over. So really liking that a lot. This is not obviously part of the Paramotor. Please ignore this. This is my setup for my LEDs. So you guys are seeing my LEDs are on the top here. Looks pretty cool at night. So this was just my solution for that. Anti-torque fins, I like to sticker crap up, so I have stickers all over mine. It's got 2 on this side, 2 on the other side. Fantastic at torque compensation, as well as the offset in the carabiner and your hook in points, and as well as the swing arms themselves are slightly offset as well. Hey guys, Future Kyle here. Small correction, Iris does not actually offset the swing arms laterally anymore. The offset hook in points and the torque fins were proven to be sufficient enough for torque compensation, so those are the only 2 methods that are on this Paramotor. So you've got 3 different ways of torque compensation. This is the 140 prop version, so 150 centimeter cage. It's the little things that I really enjoy about the frame. It's the matching colors on the harness attachment points. It's the carbon fiber cap here on the swing arms. Really thick tubes here. I like these a lot. Really sturdy frame. I have the 18-liter tank on mine. Shout out to Brad Roper. Thanks for hooking me up, man, with the fuel tank markings for the 18-liter, man. I appreciate you, dude. Kind of a nice touch is he's added these little super hardcore plastic feet on the bottom, so you don't actually have to scratch your motor all the way along the bottom and scrape up the aluminum. So I thought that was a kind of a nice touch. I have probably scratched it a little bit in my truck here, getting it in and out of my truck, but I mean, when it's laying on the concrete, it's not metal on concrete. I like that a lot, and they're replaceable. So if you do end up going through one, just shoot Dimitri a call, and send you a couple more sets and screw these in yourself. So kind of a nice idea. I like that. My reserve is in here. Normally it comes with a blue handle on the harness, but I didn't want to take my old handle off my reserve from my APCO, so I just left it on there. But yeah, guys, it's a really nice looking machine. We'll come around the back side here. So there's that wonderful 3-blade E-prop, 140 centimeter, absolutely gorgeous. Really smooth in flight so far. Something else is also the shock mounts in this engine are also, you can see if I get in close here, it's a nice custom, and if you call it billeted, I guess, shock mounts that the motor mounts to. So really creative. And I like the color. It looks amazing as well. Matches the whole machine. The machine is reclined a little bit if you can't tell. Kind of similar to Scout, I believe, in the reclining matter of the harness and the machine. Now, one thing that's unique to the Irises that I haven't seen on many other motors is the priming system. So there's a tube here, and it's a blow tube system. So blow into the tube, there's a one-way air check valve here, and it goes down into the tank right there. And once you blow into the tank, it kind of pressurizes the tank a little bit and sends fuel up the other line into the carb. Let's get over here, actually. There you go. So fuel comes up the line here, and you push the button on the back of the carb right there, if you can see it, and you just hold it down for about a second or two, and she's primed, ready to go. I've got 2.5 hours on this engine, and it took me about 2 or 3 starts to figure out the sequence, and it's good to go now. So never had an issue. But one less thing to fail, guys. I honestly like it. I'm really simplifying this motor, coming from a fancy primer belt built into the frame itself on my Pluma that was literally in the frame. A dual start motor, a battery, and everything was all in here. I'm going from lots of extra stuff to nothing, and I'm loving every minute of it. Now, one thing I can't stress to you guys enough is how sturdy this frame actually is. When I'm tying it down the back of my truck here, this so-called beef tube, whatever you want to call it, support beam with the L shape and the slight recline of the whole motor, there is no tipping. I never have to worry about tipping this thing over, bending anything, sitting up straight on a bench, on the ground. It just sits there. I've seen Dimitri sit on top of the harness. I really like how sturdy it is, considering where the Pluma it came from, it was a monocoque design, and it wobbled a little bit, and I didn't want to have to wobble it and tighten it down too much. So this is a huge improvement. So that's pretty much the quickest walk around I can give you of my absolute amateur, non-professional style video recording skill. I really wish my GoPro was working more, but the gang is going to be here soon, and it looks like one of them driving right now. I believe that's Chad with his Maverick. So we're going to go do some flying, take the beautiful Iris up. You guys have a good day. See you next time.